Archangel Michael says a season of abundance is opening for you, but before you think of abundance as only material gain, understand that true abundance begins within your mindset, within your discipline, within your emotional maturity, and within your readiness to handle what you have been asking for. Many people pray for increase but are not prepared for responsibility. Many desire opportunity but are not structured enough to manage it. This message is not about sudden miracles appearing overnight. It is about preparing your inner world so that when opportunities arrive, you are stable enough to sustain them. Abundance is not only about money or success, it is about clarity, confidence, peace, and alignment. When your thoughts are organized, your actions become effective. When your emotions are balanced, your decisions improve. When your habits are disciplined, your results grow naturally. The season opening for you is not random, it is connected to the growth you have already experienced quietly. You have learned from mistakes. You have matured through disappointments. You have become stronger through patience. Those lessons were not wasted, they were preparation. Archangel Michael says you must be ready to receive, and readiness is not passive. It requires evaluation. Ask yourself honestly, if greater responsibility arrived tomorrow, would your routine support it? If new opportunities appeared, would your focus be strong enough to recognize them? If financial increase came, would your discipline protect it? Abundance without discipline becomes loss. Abundance with structure becomes stability. This is why preparation matters more than excitement. There may have been moments where you felt delayed or overlooked. You may have questioned why progress seemed slow while others appeared to move faster. But slow growth often builds stronger foundations. Foundations built carefully support lasting success. What you are stepping into is not temporary momentum, it is sustainable growth. Sustainable growth requires patience, planning, and emotional control. Continue strengthening those areas. This season also requires gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to sufficiency. When you appreciate what you already have, your mind becomes open instead of anxious. Anxiety blocks clarity. Gratitude expands perspective. When you operate from appreciation, you make wiser decisions because you are not acting from desperation. Desperation leads to rushed choices. Stability leads to thoughtful action. Archangel Michael says abundance will test your consistency. It is easy to be disciplined when you are striving. It is harder to remain disciplined when you begin to see results. Stay structured even when progress improves. Maintain routines even when opportunities increase. Protect your peace even when attention grows. Stability during growth is what separates temporary success from lasting impact. There may also be an internal shift happening within you already. You are becoming more selective about where you place your energy. You are recognizing that not every conversation deserves your involvement. You are noticing that focus matters more than noise. These realizations are signs of readiness. When you value your time, you manage it wisely. When you value your energy, you protect it intentionally. Abundance also includes relational health. Strong relationships are built through communication, respect, and maturity. As you grow, ensure your character grows with you. Remain humble. Remain teachable. Remain grateful. True abundance includes the ability to uplift others without losing yourself. Archangel Michael says this is a season to refine your vision clearly. What do you truly want your life to represent? Not just in material terms, but in emotional and spiritual strength. Do you want peace? Stability? Influence? Growth? Define it clearly. When your vision is clear, your actions align naturally. When your vision is vague, your progress feels scattered. Clarity creates direction. Be ready to receive means be ready to act responsibly. Be ready to manage wisely. Be ready to think long-term. Short-term excitement fades. Long-term discipline compounds. Continue investing in yourself quietly. Continue strengthening your habits. Continue building structure in your daily routine. These quiet investments will support the abundance that is unfolding. You are not being rushed. You are being prepared. Preparation feels ordinary, but its results are extraordinary. Stay consistent. Stay patient. Stay focused. Your growth is not accidental, it is intentional. Archangel Michael says as this season of abundance begins to unfold around you, understand clearly that abundance responds to alignment, not desperation. When you chase from a place of lack, you exhaust yourself. When you build from a place of readiness, you expand naturally. The reason this season feels different is because you are different. Your thinking is maturing. Your patience is stronger. Your reactions are calmer. The lessons you once resisted are now shaping your discipline. What once felt like delay was actually development. What once felt like silence was actually preparation. This is why you must not ignore this message, not because something will disappear, but because awareness accelerates readiness. Abundance requires internal space. If your mind is filled with constant worry, comparison, and distraction, there is no room for clarity. Clear thinking attracts wise decisions. Wise decisions multiply results. You cannot receive effectively if you are mentally scattered. Begin creating order within your thoughts. Write your goals clearly. Structure your priorities. Limit unnecessary distractions. When your inner world is organized, your outer progress becomes smoother. Chaos slows growth. Order strengthens momentum. Archangel Michael says this season will test your consistency more than your talent. Many people have talent. Few maintain discipline. You may have dreams, but dreams require repetition. Repetition builds mastery. Mastery builds confidence. Confidence builds stability. Do not rely on emotional motivation alone. Motivation fades. Structure remains. Create routines that support your goals even when you do not feel inspired. That is how long-term abundance is sustained. There is also something about your financial mindset that needs refinement. If you view money with anxiety, fear, or impulsiveness, growth becomes unstable. Begin seeing finances as responsibility, not excitement. Plan carefully. Spend intentionally. Save wisely. Invest thoughtfully. Abundance handled carelessly becomes loss. Abundance handled responsibly becomes legacy. You are being invited to think long-term, not temporarily. This season is also about emotional abundance. Peace is wealth. Stability is wealth. Self-control is wealth. If your emotions are balanced, your decisions improve automatically. If you react impulsively, you create unnecessary complications. Emotional discipline protects your progress. Before responding to pressure, pause. Before committing to something major, reflect. Calm thinking produces strong results. Archangel Michael says relationships will also reflect your level of readiness. As you grow, some connections will strengthen and some may naturally shift. This is not negative, it is alignment. Surround yourself with individuals who respect growth, discipline, and maturity. Conversations influence direction. Energy influences motivation. Choose environments that support your expansion. You may have experienced moments where you felt overlooked or underestimated. Those moments strengthened you. They forced you to rely on self-development instead of external validation. Now your confidence is becoming internal rather than dependent on praise. This internal confidence is powerful because it cannot be easily shaken. When abundance arrives, internal confidence prevents arrogance and insecurity. It creates balanced leadership. Archangel Michael says do not rush the unfolding. Rushing creates mistakes. Patience builds precision. Precision builds sustainability. When you take careful steps, your progress becomes steady. Sudden leaps without preparation often lead to instability. Continue refining your habits daily. Even small improvements compound. 1% improvement every day becomes significant growth over time. There is also a reminder about gratitude. Gratitude shifts your attention from what is missing to what is multiplying. When you appreciate what you already have, your mind relaxes and your creativity increases. Stress restricts thinking. Gratitude expands thinking. Operate from appreciation, not fear of loss. The more grounded you are, the more clearly you see opportunities. Abundance also means being ready to give as you grow. Generosity strengthens perspective. When you uplift others while progressing, you build character alongside success. True abundance flows through you, not only to you. Maintain humility. Remain teachable. Continue learning even as you advance. Archangel Michael says you are entering a phase where clarity will matter more than speed. Define what you truly want your life to represent. Not just income or status, but peace, discipline, impact, maturity. When your vision is clear, distractions lose power. When your vision is unclear, distractions dominate. Revisit your goals regularly. Align your daily habits with your long-term direction. Be ready to receive means be ready to manage wisely, think strategically, act consistently, and remain emotionally stable. You are not being pressured, you are being prepared. The more you strengthen your foundation now, the more stable your growth will be later. Continue building quietly. Continue improving daily. Continue protecting your peace. Archangel Michael says as this season continues to unfold, there is something even more important you must understand. Abundance does not simply arrive to change your life, it arrives to reveal your level of preparation. Many people believe that once opportunity appears everything will automatically improve, but opportunity only magnifies what already exists within you. If you are disciplined, it multiplies your stability. If you are unfocused, it multiplies your confusion. If you are patient, it multiplies your growth. If you are impulsive, it multiplies your mistakes. That is why this message is not about excitement, it is about readiness. Readiness is built quietly through habits, through self-control, through structure, and through daily responsibility. This season is also about mental expansion. You may have been thinking small because of past limitations, but growth requires larger thinking. Larger thinking does not mean unrealistic fantasy. It means believing you are capable of more responsibility, more impact, and more leadership than before. When you expand your thinking, your actions follow. When you shrink your thinking, your actions shrink with it. Begin speaking to yourself differently. Replace "I hope" with "I am preparing." Replace "maybe someday" with "I am building toward it." Language influences mindset, and mindset influences direction. Archangel Michael says abundance will require sharper focus. Distractions are subtle and constant. Social noise, comparison, unnecessary arguments, and overthinking can slowly drain your momentum. Protect your focus like something valuable, because it is. Every hour invested intentionally moves you forward. Every hour lost to distraction delays progress. This does not mean you cannot rest, it means your rest should be intentional, not avoidance. Balanced discipline produces sustainable growth. You must also strengthen your decision-making ability. Indecision slows opportunity. When you hesitate too long out of fear, you miss momentum. Develop the habit of gathering information calmly, reflecting briefly, and then committing confidently. Even if a decision is imperfect, you gain experience. Experience sharpens judgment. Avoiding decisions keeps you stagnant. Growth requires movement. Another important truth about this season is emotional maturity. As abundance increases, so does visibility. As visibility increases, so does opinion. Not everyone will understand your growth. Not everyone will support your direction. Emotional maturity allows you to remain steady without being influenced by every comment or criticism. Listen where there is wisdom, ignore where there is negativity, and stay anchored in your values. Stability during growth is a powerful sign of readiness. Archangel Michael says this is also a time to refine your standards. What once felt acceptable may no longer align with who you are becoming. Your habits, your conversations, your environment, even your daily routine may need upgrading. Growth requires elevation. Elevation sometimes requires letting go of comfort. Comfort feels safe, but progress requires effort. Choose progress even when comfort calls you back. Financially, emotionally, and mentally, you are being prepared for greater responsibility. Responsibility is not a burden when you understand its purpose. It is a privilege. It means you are trusted with more. Treat every opportunity with care. Plan strategically. Think long-term. Avoid impulsive reactions. Discipline in small matters creates strength for larger ones. Gratitude remains essential in this phase. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Grounded individuals handle growth better than those driven purely by ambition. Ambition without gratitude becomes pressure. Ambition with gratitude becomes purpose. Stay thankful for small wins. Celebrate progress quietly. Recognize your improvement even if others do not see it yet. Archangel Michael says abundance also flows where generosity exists. Share knowledge. Encourage others. Support growth around you. When you operate from a mindset of contribution instead of competition, you create networks of strength instead of tension. True success expands through cooperation, not isolation. This season will reward consistency more than intensity. Intensity burns bright but fades quickly. Consistency builds steadily and lasts. Even on days when motivation feels low, continue your routine. Even on days when results seem invisible, continue building. Invisible growth often precedes visible breakthrough. Trust the process of steady improvement. You are not entering chaos. You are entering expansion. Expansion requires balance. Balance requires awareness. Awareness requires reflection. Continue reflecting regularly on your habits, your focus, your emotional responses, and your goals. Adjust gently when necessary. Growth is not about being perfect, it is about correcting quickly. Archangel Michael says you are more capable than you sometimes realize. The lessons you have endured have strengthened you. The patience you have practiced has matured you. The discipline you are developing is preparing you. Stay calm. Stay focused. Stay structured. The season unfolding is not random. It is connected to your preparation. Archangel Michael says as you step fully into this season, you must understand that abundance is not only something that happens to you, it is something that flows through you when your character is strong enough to carry it. Many people focus only on what they will gain, but few consider who they must become in order to sustain it. The real preparation is internal. Your mindset must be stable. Your discipline must be consistent. Your emotions must be balanced. Your intentions must be clear. When these foundations are strong, increase does not overwhelm you, it strengthens you. This is why your recent challenges were necessary. They were not punishments, they were training. They were shaping your patience, sharpening your focus, and strengthening your resilience so that when growth accelerates, you remain steady. Abundance will expand whatever is inside you. If you are organized, it will expand your productivity. If you are scattered, it will expand your stress. If you are grateful, it will expand your peace. If you are careless, it will expand your mistakes. That is why refinement matters more than excitement. Continue improving your habits quietly. Wake up with intention. Plan your day with clarity. Limit distractions intentionally. Review your goals regularly. These simple disciplines are not small, they are the framework that supports expansion. When structure exists, growth feels manageable instead of chaotic. Archangel Michael says there is also something important about humility in this season. Growth should never remove your willingness to learn. Remain teachable. Remain observant. Even when results improve, continue refining yourself. The moment you believe you no longer need growth is the moment stagnation begins. True strength is confident yet open to correction. Stay grounded in gratitude. Recognize that every step forward was built on lessons you once struggled through. Gratitude protects you from pride and keeps your perspective balanced. This season may also require stronger boundaries. As your opportunities increase, demands on your time may increase as well. Not every request deserves your commitment. Not every invitation aligns with your direction. Learn to evaluate calmly before saying yes. Protect your focus. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Boundaries are not rejection, they are protection of your purpose. When you guard your priorities carefully, you move with clarity instead of overwhelm. Archangel Michael says abundance also tests your integrity. When growth arrives, shortcuts may appear tempting. Impulsive decisions may seem easier. But long-term stability requires ethical choices and patient thinking. Choose the path that aligns with your values, even if it requires more effort. Stability built on integrity lasts longer than success built on compromise. Your character is the anchor that keeps you balanced during expansion. There is also a reminder about emotional awareness. As you grow, not everyone will understand your journey. Some may question your direction. Some may misunderstand your focus. Remain calm. You do not need universal approval to move forward. Listen where there is wisdom, ignore where there is negativity, and stay aligned with your purpose. Emotional stability during growth demonstrates maturity. Financially and practically, continue thinking long-term. Save consistently. Plan strategically. Invest in learning and skill development. Avoid impulsive spending that seeks temporary excitement. Abundance is sustained through careful management. Careful management requires discipline. Discipline requires intention. Make intentional choices daily. Archangel Michael says you are also entering a phase where your influence may grow. Influence is responsibility. Use it wisely. Encourage others. Share knowledge. Lead with example rather than words alone. Quiet leadership built on consistent action inspires more than loud declarations. True abundance uplifts others while strengthening you. Do not rush this process. Rapid growth without grounding creates instability. Steady progress built on structure creates security. Trust the pace of your development. Every lesson you have learned prepared you for this stage. Continue reflecting regularly. Ask yourself, are my habits aligned with my goals? Are my actions aligned with my values? Are my emotions aligned with maturity? Adjust where needed without harsh self-criticism. Growth is refinement, not perfection. This season is not about dramatic change overnight. It is about consistent expansion over time. Continue choosing discipline over distraction. Continue choosing patience over pressure. Continue choosing clarity over confusion. Small wise decisions repeated daily will shape extraordinary results. Archangel Michael says you are ready not because everything is perfect, but because you are willing to grow. Stay committed. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. The abundance unfolding is connected to your preparation, your mindset, and your maturity. If this message resonates deeply with you, comment "I receive and sustain abundance" below. Like this video if you are ready to grow with integrity and discipline, and subscribe if you are committed to building lasting success through clarity, responsibility, and steady intentional action every single day.